Good morning, members of the board. My name is Erin Carrier. I am the representative for Jason Bourne, an individual who has brought forth an application to the Human Rights Tribunal against the condominium company in which he lives. The condominium company has a rule that outlines that all animals, when are in common areas, should be transferred within a wagon. This rule, unfortunately, infringes on Jason's right. A brief background on Jason. Jason was involved in a serious car accident in May of 2007. He sustained severe injuries all over his body. He has lost some vision. He has sleep disorder. He has post-traumatic stress disorder. He has a large amount of issues with his lower back. And under the legal definition, he is legally disabled. Jason bought the dog Sunny, which is a 100-pound German Shepherd, about a year after his accident, once he was able to start caring for something. He bought the dog upon recommendation of his doctors. They feel that it would help with his companionship, but it would also assist him in being able to see. Sunny is extremely well trained, and he has been a great source of companionship and help to Jason. Jason and his partner have been fined several times now by the condominium company due to breaches in their rules and regulations in respect to the dog. There have been several incidents where Jason has put the dog into the cart, taken the dog outside in the way possible, but due to his perception issues, he has crashed into a wall and the dog has fallen out. Despite the condominium company seeing this on tape and by personnel, they have still fined him with the breach. Jason has attempted all of the proper necessary venues to have the condominium company work with him and perhaps provide him with an exemption to this rule. Jason has approached them with medical documentation. He has approached them with lawyers, and he has never got a clear, concise answer as to why they will not allow him to be exempted. It's simply been one of those, well, rules are rules. And they feel that he is not impaired enough to do this. His doctors have also told the condominium company in the various documentation they have sent that to continue to keep putting the dog into a wagon, the dog, again, is 100 pounds and the wagon is 40. That is 140 pounds he needs to pull. For him to frequently keep doing this, which is basically every time the dog needs to go outside, is just going to continue to aggravate his condition, and it is just going to set back his recovery even further. There's a sense of urgency on this application because Jason is going to be having 2 surgeries, one on his right eye, having it removed, and another on his right shoulder, so clearly he won't be able to lift the dog once he has the surgery because he will be even more of have more of a physical impairment. Jason ran out of the funds to be able to afford a lawyer, so he began to fill out an application on his own. Due to his limitations, he was unable to, he has difficulty reading for more than 15 minutes or so. So he had made some mistakes on his initial application, which is why he has come to me and we have filed another one on his behalf. Due to the issues he was having with his vision in accordance to filling out the forms, he also failed to submit medical documents which would assist him in his claim on why he needs this interim order. So we come to you now with the board. It is quite clear that his rights are being infringed upon. I mean, he does have medical condition. He is unable to perform the tasks necessary to comply with Rule 68. He has no issue complying with any of the other rules, and he has actually, despite recommendations by his doctor, tried on several occasions to follow these rules. Unfortunately, it has just not worked in his favor, and he has been having some severe issues doing so. It comes down to a matter of the balance of the harm. If he continues to have setbacks in his recovery, he's never going to be physically able to comply. So he's not saying he doesn't ever want to attempt to comply to these rules. It's simply a matter of right now, it does not work. And this is infringing on his right. He is disabled. Exceptions are made and exemptions are made on frequent basis for disabled people. It's medically been proven. It's not a matter of him not having the proof. He has the proof. So we are approaching the tribunal today simply to get an interim order for an exemption to this rule. We believe that the condominium company is being unreasonable and denying him this exemption. He's been provided with all of the necessary, they have been provided with all of the necessary information to prove that he needs this exemption. The dog is well trained, that he's never had an issue with him, he's never done anything on the property that would cause an issue. It's just a matter of this policy within the condominium company. It's causing undue stress in both Jason's life and his partner's life, and also her family, as her family owns the condominium. His recovery is getting pushed back consistently due to the undue stress, the mental and physical harm that this situation is causing him. We are under the opinion and the belief that should this exemption go through, then Jason will be able to focus fully on his recovery, and at some point he may be physically able to comply with all of the rules and regulations set out by the condominium company. However, at this current time, Rule 68 is just not something he can comply with, and we are seeking the tribunal give him exemption to this rule in an interim order. Thank you very much. Goodbye.